What they told you about Biden is a lie. The media positioned Joe Biden as a centrist who could hold the Democrat Party together and attract independents who disliked Trump. So he was the candidate who could beat Trump and attract all the independents. The problem is today, Biden has lost all the independents. Independents don't like him now. They don't like him on his handling of the virus. They don't like how he handled inflation. They don't like how he handled Afghanistan. They don't like him on the economy. Half a dozen polls all view Biden negatively on Afghanistan. But it was all based on a lie because Joe Biden was never a centrist to begin with. If you weren't already aware, to socialists, FDR is somewhat of a folk hero. Much of the problematic government takeovers that we have, like the controversies we always have with Social Security, all of those things were enacted during the era when FDR enacted something called the New Deal. In case you forgot just how much socialists actually love FDR, let me replay for you that time that socialist Bernie Sanders got Cardi B to co-sign just how great FDR was.
You have a mutual respect for FDR.
Did you want to talk about that?
Oh, well, not only are you going through a depression, but you're also going through World War II. So you're trying to fix the economy while you have to fund a war. So it's like for me to know that a president did that, I mean, come on now, he did the New Deal. Like, that's the reason we have Social Security. It just amazed me that he came up with all of those things, plus personal problems, like, he had polio and everything.
Do you believe Cardi B was reading about FDR all on her own? Let me know in the comments section. I'm just asking. You may say, now that's all fine and good, Rob, but what does all of that have to do with Joe Biden? Well, Joe Biden came to Georgia on October 27th of 2020, and he made two stops. One stop to Atlanta, and another stop he made to Warm Springs, Georgia. Now, anybody with a brain knows why a candidate would go to Atlanta, Georgia, right? You want votes. But why in the world would someone go to Warm Springs, Georgia? I mean, the population of Warm Springs is about 400 people or so, and it's about 2 hours away from anything important. So why go there? I'll tell you why. Because Warm Springs, Georgia was the virtual home away from home for the man that all socialists look up to, FDR. Biden's visit to Warm Springs, Georgia was symbolism, plain and simple. It was really symbolic of honoring the party's roots, in a sense. Only people who know this history would get the significance of Biden making a nod to his socialist buddies, while all the while being marketed as a centrist. It's funny to hear Democrats claim Trump was a dictator when really there was only one person in presidential history to serve 4 consecutive terms. Care to guess who? You guessed it, FDR. Only his death put an end to this nonsense. How many times have we heard the word fascist used to describe Trump? The truth of the matter is the co-founder of fascism was Benito Mussolini. And here in America, FDR was Mussolini's biggest fan. Now, a year ago when I posted this on my Facebook page, you wouldn't believe me when I said that Joe Biden was a fascist. But more and more people are starting to see it on their own without me saying a word.
This is not about freedom or personal choice. It's about protecting yourself and those around you, the people you work with, the people you care about, the people you love. My job as president is to protect all Americans. So tonight, I'm announcing that the Department of Labor is developing an emergency rule to require all employers with 100 or more employees that together employ over 80 million workers to ensure their workforces are fully vaccinated or show a negative test at least once a week.
Where do I start?